How often do you feel like you're just reacting to life? Your phone buzzes and you jump. An email lands and you reply. A notification pops up and you click. You're constantly being pulled in 100 different directions, living a life designed by algorithms and other people's demands. But what if you could change that? What if you could stop reacting and start leading a life of purpose, calm, and unshakable strength? The ancient Stoics figured this out over 2,000 years ago, and their wisdom is more relevant today than ever. They didn't believe in grand, sweeping gestures or overnight transformations. Instead, they focused on small, daily practices, tiny habits that, over time, forge an unbreakable character. These aren't the secrets you were taught in school. These are the practical, powerful tools for building a life you control. So, if you're ready to take back the reins, stick with me. We're about to dive into 7 tiny Stoic habits that will fundamentally change your life. First, let's get one thing straight. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it best. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. We all have these huge, ambitious goals. We want to be fit, successful, knowledgeable, calm. So we try to overhaul our entire lives in a single day. We buy a gym membership, promise to read a book a day, and vow to meditate for an hour every morning. And what happens? We burn out in a week. The Stoic approach is radically different. Don't try to change your life. Just try to win the next 5 minutes. Instead of "I'm going to get in shape," think "I'm going to do 10 push-ups right now." Instead of "I'm going to write a book," think "I'm going to write 1 paragraph." These are what we call tiny wins. They seem insignificant on their own, but they are the building blocks of massive transformation. Each tiny win is a vote you cast for the person you want to become. It's a small piece of evidence that proves to your brain, "Hey, I'm the kind of person who follows through." Over time, these votes accumulate, and your identity begins to shift. You stop trying to be a disciplined person, you simply are one. So, forget the grand plan for a moment. What is one tiny action you can take right now, in the next 5 minutes, that aligns with your goals? Go do that. That's the first step. Now, let us talk about the most important moment of your day, the first few minutes after you wake up. For most people, what's the first thing they do? They grab their phone. They're immediately flooded with emails, social media notifications, and news headlines. Before they've even had a single original thought, their mind is filled with the world's chaos and other people's agendas. The Stoics would call this madness. Your morning should belong to you. So here's the second habit. Before you touch your phone, touch your mind. Spend just 2 minutes in quiet reflection. You can do this while you're still in bed or sitting on the edge of it. Ask yourself a simple but powerful question. What kind of person do I want to be today? Do I want to be patient, focused, courageous, kind? Set your intention. Visualize yourself moving through your day with that quality. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in the world, did this every single morning. He would remind himself that he would encounter difficult, annoying, and ungrateful people, but that it was his job to act with virtue regardless. He was priming his mind for the day ahead. By setting your own intention, you create a mental framework for your actions. You're no longer a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the waves of circumstance. You have a destination. This 2-minute practice costs you nothing, but it gives you everything. It gives you control. The third habit might sound a little strange, but it is one of the most powerful Stoic practices: voluntary hardship. What does that mean? It means building the habit of being a little uncomfortable on purpose. Modern life is a shrine to comfort. We have thermostats, food delivery, cars, comfortable beds. We've systematically eliminated most forms of physical hardship. But the Stoics knew that a person who has never faced difficulty is fragile. They break at the first sign of trouble. Seneca wrote, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times." So how do you practice this? It's simple. Take a cold shower for 30 seconds at the end of your warm one. Walk to the store instead of driving. Intentionally fast for a short period, skipping a meal. Sleep on the floor for 1 night. These aren't punishments. They are training exercises for your mind. When you willingly expose yourself to small discomforts, you're teaching your brain a crucial lesson. I can handle this. This isn't so bad. I am stronger than my desire for comfort. You build resilience. The next time life throws a real challenge at you, a missed flight, a tough deadline, a sudden illness, your mind won't panic. It will say, I've trained for this. You become the master of your body and its cravings, not the other way around. You prove to yourself that your happiness doesn't depend on external comforts. Next up, a habit that is absolutely critical in our age of information overload. Control your inputs. Imagine your mind is a temple. Would you allow people to dump their garbage inside it? Of course not. Yet, that's what many of us do every single day. We mindlessly scroll through toxic social media feeds, watch sensationalist news, and listen to gossip and negativity. Epictetus warned, if a person gave your body to any stranger he met on his way, you would certainly be angry. And do you feel no shame in handing over your own mind to be confused and mystified by anyone who happens to verbally attack you? Your mental and emotional state is a direct reflection of what you consume. High-quality habits can only be built on a foundation of high-quality information. So, become a ruthless gatekeeper of your mind. Unfollow accounts that make you feel angry, envious, or inadequate. Limit your exposure to the 24-hour news cycle. Choose your books, podcasts, and the people you talk to with intention. Ask yourself, does this information make me a better, wiser, or stronger person? If the answer is no, cut it out. This isn't about being ignorant of the world. It's about being intentional. Fill your mind with wisdom, with inspiring stories, with knowledge that helps you grow. Just as your body becomes what you eat, your mind becomes what you feed it. This leads us directly to our fifth habit, which is the flip side of controlling your inputs, the habit of saying no. The billionaire investor Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." The Stoics would have agreed wholeheartedly. Your time and your attention are your most precious, non-renewable resources. Every time you say yes to something, you are by default saying no to something else. If you say yes to mindlessly scrolling Instagram for an hour, you're saying no to reading a book, exercising, or spending time with your family. If you say yes to a meeting that has no clear purpose, you're saying no to deep, focused work. A Stoic is a master of focus. They have a clear sense of their purpose, their chief aim, and they guard it fiercely. They practice saying no habitually to anything that doesn't align with that purpose. This can be uncomfortable at first. We're conditioned to be people pleasers. But every time you say a strategic no, you are saying a powerful yes to your own goals and your own sanity. It's a declaration that your soul is not for sale. So practice it. Start small. Say no to an invitation you don't want to accept. Say no to a request that drains your energy. Protect your focus as if it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. The sixth Stoic habit is a powerful mental exercise called negative visualization. This sounds grim, but it's actually one of the most effective paths to joy and gratitude. Once a day, for just a minute, deliberately imagine losing the things you value most. Imagine your loved ones are no longer with you. Imagine you've lost your job, your home, your health. Now, this isn't meant to make you morbid or anxious. The goal is the exact opposite. After a minute of this contemplation, you open your eyes and you look at your life as it actually is. Your family is there. You have your health. You have a roof over your head. The feeling that rushes in is not sadness. It's an overwhelming sense of gratitude and appreciation. Seneca said, "He is a great man who uses earthenware dishes as if they were silver, but he is equally great who uses silver as if it were earthenware." We suffer because we take things for granted. The new car is exciting for a week, then it's just a car. The loving partner is a miracle until they become part of the background. Negative visualization shatters this hedonic adaptation. It forces you to see the miracle in the mundane. It transforms your perspective from one of entitlement to one of profound gratitude. Gratitude, as modern psychology confirms, is the ultimate habit for happiness. Practice this daily, and you will never see your life the same way again. Finally, we come to the end of the day and the seventh habit, the evening audit. Before you go to sleep, take 5 minutes to review your day like an impartial judge. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about honest self-assessment for the sake of improvement. The Stoic philosopher Seneca described his own nightly routine in a letter. He would question his own mind, asking, "What ailment have I cured today? What failing have I resisted? Or have I shown improvement?" You can adapt this for yourself. Ask 3 simple questions. 1. What did I do well today? Acknowledge your wins, no matter how small. Did you practice patience? Did you stick to your workout? Give yourself credit. 2. Where did I fall short? Be brutally honest, but without shame. Did you lose your temper? Did you procrastinate? Did you say something unkind? Just observe it. 3. What will I do differently tomorrow? This is the most important part. Turn your mistakes into a lesson. If you procrastinated, your plan for tomorrow might be to tackle the hardest task first. This evening audit closes the feedback loop on your day. It ensures that each day, you are consciously learning and growing. You go to bed with a clear conscience, having forgiven yourself for your mistakes, and with a clear plan to be just a little bit better when you wake up. Tomorrow is a new day, a new chance to practice being the person you want to be. These 7 habits, winning the small moments, morning reflection, voluntary hardship, controlling your inputs, the habit of no, negative visualization, and the evening audit, are not complicated. They are small, practical, and can be integrated into any life. But don't be fooled by their simplicity. Practiced consistently, they have the power to forge a character of resilience, purpose, and profound peace. The Stoics understood that you don't control what happens to you in life, but you have absolute control over how you respond. Your habits are your response. They are the system you build to ensure you respond with wisdom and virtue, not with chaotic emotion. In the end, it comes down to a simple choice, one that you make every single moment of every single day. Control your mind, or it will control you. The choice is yours. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this, subscribe to the channel to continue your journey of mastering your life.